Yeah, because Grambling suffered an embarrassing loss at home. Arkansas Pine Bluff.
And you know, and they see that's the thing. Did you ever think in your wildest dreams that a school so historic like Grambling, they literally put themselves on this high pinnacle? Did you ever think they'd get handled like that by, I don't want to say lowly Arkansas Pine Bluff, but did you ever think you'd see them get handled by Arkansas Pine Bluff like that?
I mean, you seen FAMU get handled like that.
I mean, but not by like a team that's.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I think the team that really, you know what?
You're on the run now.
It was Coastal Carolina. It was Coastal Carolina, but I don't remember them getting handled by no other HBCU like that. But I digress.
What about the early 2000s?
By who? Miami, in Florida.
I'm talking after the Division I jump, when they decided that was a bad idea. After that,
correct the mundo.
By who? Coastal Carolina, when Coastal was a.
Oh Lord! He fanning out. He fanning out. Listen, regardless, it was the worst loss that Grambling has had as a whole in a while, right? And I mean, we were expecting better things from Grambling than what's happened. I mean, they're going through a tough time right now, having played Jackson State with a loss at home, and now Arkansas Pine Bluff with a loss at home.
Their offensive coordinator resigned as well, so I think this is going to be a continuous thing, and into the fall as well. So you got to find an offensive play caller. You have to.
I like that one.
I do actually. I actually really like that. The other thing too I want to ask tonight is, do y'all think Alcorn opting out, like now that we're kind of into this, do you think that was a smart idea?
Absolutely. I mean, but we'll see, right? We'll see, because
definitely will.
We won't know the consequences of having a spring season until probably around fall, like early fall, right, or even late fall, because then we'll see the wear and tear start to happen on the gears here. So we'll find out. Maybe, schools that opted out with FAMU, Alcorn, right? We'll find out whether they have a little rust on the gears, and playing the spring season allowed teams to be able to just keep the wheel rolling. But we'll also find out if keeping the wheel rolling for too long ended up damaging these teams and having them lose out on players playing in the fall.
I agree.
We'll see. It's too early to call right now.
Tournament news.
Yeah, so tournament news, that was very interesting. Congratulations to both the MEAC and the SWAC. Both teams won the opening round. So the opening round is different than the first round, which is like the first four. So both the MEAC and the SWAC champions, Norfolk State and Texas Southern, got it done against their oppositions, but unfortunately came up short against Gonzaga and Michigan.
Stop being nice. Stop being nice.
Stop being nice. I mean,
they can handle it. They got handled.
They did. They got
handled. Now, granted, they got handled by the two number ones who look like they're gonna actually make it. So,
yeah.
Was that a?
I mean, that is the truth, though. That is the truth. Like that, they did. Like, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. There's a few people out there that probably were thinking there was gonna be a miracle, but I'm gonna be real. I didn't see Texas Southern beating Gonzaga. Gonzaga was hot to start the season and hot coming into the tournament. And Juwan Howard's team was. It's
correction. Norfolk State played Gonzaga.
Oh well, either way, they weren't going. Neither one of them was going to beat Michigan. Neither one of them was going to beat Gonzaga.
Are you prejudiced?
He sound.
I mean, either way, I figured I had them both getting bounced in my bracket. So I'm call it what you want. I mean, look, I was all for seeing them win the opening round, but I knew they were getting bounced.
Norfolk State really got handled by Gonzaga, but Gonzaga's been doing that to every team. I mean, it wasn't really surprising. Michigan, though, Texas Southern, despite putting themselves in a hole in the first half by like 20 points, the second half was competitive. So it gives you a good outlook, a better outlook than what Norfolk State had. But the hole was already dug. So it's very tough to get out of a hole, especially when you're playing one of the number ones in the tourney.
Correct the mundo.
It's what happens. But congratulations to these teams for making it, regardless.
Really.
You know,
And with the exposure, that all these HBCUs are getting, there's going to come more and more big-time ball players that are going to come into these schools, not just for football, but for basketball, and it's going to benefit them. One of these days, hopefully, we're not going to see an HBCU have to fight their way through the first four to get into the tournament.
All right.
NFL news.
There's some interesting NFL news that's happened. So the Patriots are loading up an arsenal. I like this.
Now, I'm going to throw you under the bus now. I just want to let you know.
Is it because of Tom Brady?
What is? Yeah, start up the bus. Because what is this fascination with the Patriots, right? That you have.
I mean, honestly, I can tell you the truth. I didn't give a rat's, what about the Patriots? I like that.
He's in your nightmares, huh? He's there when you sleep.
I mean, honestly, I haven't given a rat's behind about the Patriots.
I don't know, man.
But
I feel like the last time we were talking about the Patriots, you were talking about how he was gearing up to play the Bucs, which I don't think that's ever on Bill Belichick's mind. So,
I mean, I think he's really. I mean, I think he's gearing up for that, and I mean, he's gearing
a Patriot stalker.
I'm a Patriot stuff. Oh my gosh! Wow.
He's not gearing up for the Bucs. He's gearing up to go for a run. He could care less about the Bucs.
No, but see, if you let me finish my sentence, like I was trying to say, he was gearing up to take back the AFC East from Josh Allen. I would have said that, but no, I can't finish my sentence. But anyway, I'm good. Okay. It's finals week. I'm good. I'm waiting to get my cup tomorrow.
Well, listen, the Patriots had in Kyle Van Noy, right? Hunter Henry, Matthew Judon, Nelson Aguilar, Jonnu Smith, Jalen Mills. Oh, my goodness. Whew, that's a lot of names, right? Over 200 million in money spent.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Tom Brady.
Get ready, you mother! All the big baby.
Hey, Sunday night in Foxborough.
Like I said, I don't think he's thinking about the Bucs necessarily, right? But I think he is trying to get back to what he's good at doing. Building a good defense and building an offense to score when that defense stops the other team from scoring. I'm gonna go home. That's what he's doing. Even signing Cam Newton back on a one-year deal, right? There's talks of them picking up, like, I guess,
they already got James
from
White.
Ohio State. Huh?
They already brought back James White too.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's talks about them picking up who from Ohio State. We're not gonna say who. But
are you serious?
there are reports that they're high on him. But beyond that. Beyond that, I mean, Bill Belichick is doing Bill Belichick things. He's making moves that other people aren't, and he's exploiting the fact that teams have to let these good players go because of the cap situation going on in the NFL, right? So he's able to play around with the money he has because he had a lot of cap space and a lot of money going on for him anyway. So why not get these players that are being let go? They top tier players, right? You get Jonnu Smith, right? I mean, yeah, you get Jonnu Smith, you get Matthew Judon to help with the edge, right? You get Kyle Van Noy back after his fiasco with Miami. You get Nelson Aguilar, who had a good year with the Raiders. You just didn't hear about it because he was on the West Coast with the Raiders.
Yep.
You get
Now,
Jalen Mills, right?
I will say I'm surprised because I didn't think Baltimore was ever going to let Matthew Judon go.
Yeah, that was stupid. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I that was like when I saw that come across the screen, I was like,
And what kind of truck did Matthew Judon roll up in?
I don't know what kind of truck did he roll up in.
I hope it was a sunflower truck.
It was a sunflower truck.
Oh my gosh!
I love it.
There's somebody I want you to tell that. There's somebody I want you to tell that to.
Never.
I love it.
Never.
And that person knows who I'm talking about. Oh my gosh! But I mean, I couldn't see him in any other uniform besides a Ravens uniform.
Exactly.
So this is gonna be like really awkward. But new.
Dreams were dashed.
But the other thing too, as well, is Tampa Bay has managed to bring back not just these big name players, but they managed to bring back their whole defense and Chris Godwin. They managed. I think there was a Bucks page that was saying they managed to still save like $10.5 million in cap space, and then like Dominican Sue's contract is voidable for the next 4 years. So I'm like, hey, it's interesting. It's interesting.
I mean, it was surprising that they were able to get this done. But, you know, I guess when you're winning, right, I guess money isn't necessarily that important unless you're with the Chiefs. Wow. Yeah, I said it. Somebody got something to say? What's up?
I'm chilling.
Somebody got
I'm
something
chilling.
to say? He
I'm
knows who
chilling.
I'm talking about. You know who
I
I'm
mean,
talking about. The
I
cheetah
remember.
himself.
All I'm gonna say is Allison was here when I said what I said about this whole thing. Everyone said, "Let's let everybody sober up." So everybody sobered up. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Did he really
gets
just
one
sit
right
back
out of-
on his couch
He
and
gets one right
pose?
out of 50 and poses. Look at this. I'm not worried about him. All right. So Aaron Jones signs a 4-year, $48 million extension with the Green Bay Packers. I ain't gonna lie. I like it.
I do
It's been a
too.
long
I
time
do.
since Green Bay had a real run.
All right.
It has. They need. I don't know what it is that Green Bay really needs to do, because I mean they have all the pieces.
They need to
To
beat the
get
Bucks.
That's true
Trust
too. Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers.
Because see, my thing was looking at the NFC Championship. I felt Aaron Rodgers was going to fare better, and give or take a few plays go here and there, they probably advance to the Super Bowl.
Like run the ball in instead of trying to throw it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Not kick a field goal. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think even the year before, so 2019, I believe they went 13-3, and that was the one I was thinking too. I was like, they could go, but this didn't happen. I don't know what it's going to take.
We don't
I
count
don't
the
know.
Mike McCarthy years, because the Mike McCarthy years were the reason
Yeah.
why they didn't go to the Super Bowl. So,
And then you've also got Kevin King got his deal. How we feeling about Kevin King's deal? That's what I want to know.
Kevin,
I just want to know how we feeling about that.
I mean, I'm not necessarily that worried about it per se.
I mean,
I'm more up on the Kenny Galladay deal with the Giants.
I like that, but I feel like they needed a more explosive wide receiver one. I feel like they could have done more. Like I feel like they could have done better than Kenny Galladay. Like I feel like that's just a downgrade. You went from OBJ to now you down here with Kenny Galladay, and I don't feel like he's gonna be a true wide receiver one in their offense. I still feel like Sterling Shepard's gonna be like that wide receiver. That's just my thing. Like
gotta go pee.
I just don't think Kenny Galladay is that great, especially if you're expecting him to be the number one wide receiver in the offense. And I just don't know what's going on, man. Are they that desperate?
Yes, they are.
Man,
They really are. If we're
Call
telling the truth.
Antonio Brown. Oh no, never mind. Can't say that.
You're gonna learn today.
Because here's Kenny Galladay's numbers from last season: 20 receptions, 338 yards, 2 TDs.
How many games?
You know what? It doesn't. I'm trying to figure that out. Let me see. How many games did he play? He played 11.
Out of 11
No.
games, he got that.
My bad. No, 5 games. 5 games.
Oh, okay.
He played 5 games.
Well, but we're off of that.
5 games.
NCAA.
NCAA. Oh, the underdogs are dominating the tournament. My bracket's messed up, but it's okay. I'm having fun watching this.
Tournament of chaos.
It really is. I'm liking
Play it.
Loyola
Do the-
Chicago.
Yeah, play that. I need it.
Oh,
This is
That's how
not
Sister
just
John
your
lives.
tournament. Your tournament of
Sister
chaos.
John, when she gets on the other side of that court.
and,
Loyola,
that's
baby.
That would be very intimidating. A nun with a championship ring on, sitting there saying prayers over you while you're playing against her team. That's not fair.
Did you see the photo of her with the Infinity Stones? It
Yes.
was like Georgia Tech, and then she was like, Sister John is inevitable.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I was like,
She
what?
is.
She really is. But I'm like, look, it's 15 seeds.
I
12
mean,
seeds.
it's not fair if you were around the year basketball was invented.
Stop. That ain't right. That ain't right. You can play
She
James
giving
Brown
them
for that.
plays
That
from the
definitely
Peach
ain't right. You have to do that.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. I'm just,
That ain't right.
because if you like look at this whole list, Oral Roberts took down Ohio State, Oregon State took down Tennessee, Abilene Christian took down Texas, Ohio took down Virginia, UCLA beats BYU. Although I mean, I guess we were kind of all happy to see BYU take a first round exit, and then Loyola's in the Sweet 16.
So is Oral Roberts.
Yeah, I'm happy about this. I'm excited for it.
Took down Florida.
Yeah, Oral Roberts took down Florida.
I didn't now see that was the one I didn't expect.
Neither did Florida.
Neither did
I was
Florida.
thinking to myself, I was like, you know what? Florida they're gonna humble them like how Florida humbled Florida Gulf Coast.
Wait a
That
minute.
was your problem.
So you're telling me that you expected Loyola in the Sweet 16? That's what you're trying to tell me?
Honestly, at
Seriously?
this point,
That's what you expected when the tournament began?
when it began, no,
Let me
but
see
I
your
saw I had them
Let me
winning
see
that
your
opening
bracket.
round.
Let me see your bracket.
I just told you I didn't expect them getting to the Sweet 16, but I had them winning that opening round.
You had them beating Ohio State?
They didn't. That was Oral Roberts in the opening round.
So who did
You
wait a
had,
minute.
they beat
Loyola beat Illinois.
Yeah, I had Loyola.
You had Loyola beating Illinois.
No, that was the round prior. I had Loyola winning that one, the opening round.
That was the opening
round.
round.
The round of 64 is the opening round. The
Yeah.
round of 32 is the second round.
Right. They knocked Loyola off. They knocked Illinois off on Thursday or Friday.
That was in the round of 32.
Loyola knocked off Georgia Tech first.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's not an upset. You're right. That's not an upset.
I had them winning that one, but I
Georgia
did not
Tech was
expect
9.
them.
Loyola was 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it doesn't surprise me that Loyola is doing this again though. I'm actually very impressed.
I would like to see them knock Gonzaga off and go to and win the championship.
Oh my gosh, that would create so much mayhem. You know how many people?
Havoc.
Yes.
You know how many people?
Tournament of chaos.
You know how many people over here, just Volusia County alone, have Gonzaga winning this whole thing? It's a ton of people.
I got
You got Gonzaga winning? I know because I had Gonzaga winning too.
Gonzaga was the only safe bet in this whole thing. We knew
They
this.
really,
we
they
literally
really are.
were on the show with Allison when she was talking about, yeah, this is the time for Cinderella to win.
Yeah.
But she didn't think it was going to be a real Cinderella.
I mean, well, damn. Cinderella didn't think she was going to get that glass slipper back, did she?
But you know what? It's the time for Jesus. Loyola of Chicago and Oral Roberts. Jesus said, I am coming back to the court.
So you got them meeting up in the Final Four on that side of the
Play the
bracket.
killer theme with it.
I can't do that. What'd you say, J Peeps? I'm not listening to him.
So you got Loyola Chicago and Oral Roberts meeting in the Final Four on that.
Why
side of the
not,
bracket.
bro? Why not? At this
know what?
time? Why
I'd
not?
like to see it. I'd be interested.
I would too. May the best man win.
Maybe they'll actually show the game at Catholic Mass and I'm just saying, Baptist churches.
They would.
Come to church and watch the game.
Hold on. That'd be a war of religion. Hold on. Wait.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm here for it. Go ahead.
What you mean, bruh?
Go ahead. Go off. Let them do it. I say let them do it.
I think it would be good. Come get your communion and some pizza. We're going to watch the game.
It's true. I agree. I do agree.
I'm going to be quiet now. I'm sorry.
Brother Jimmy, break out the communion wine.
I said,
But on a serious note, the other thing I want to talk about too is I want to talk about.
Basket go in.
This is a special communion. We got Wild Irish Rose and Mad Dog 2020. I'm sorry. What we saying, J Peeps?
I was gonna say I want to talk about the disappointment that has been the Big Ten and the letdown that has been Virginia. Because this is like the second time Virginia has been beaten by a 12 or a 15 seed.
But in the midst of that, they have an NCAA title.
They do. They came back after losing that first time. They came back with a statement.
Yes, and I guess they're gonna have to make another one next year.
They have to. They need to because that's the only way.
How's the Big Ten? They got 10 teams in, right? Or no? Yeah.
Purdue's out.
There's only one left, bro. There's one left.
Yeah, and it's Michigan.
Yeah. One time for Juwan.
Yeah. Respect. I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for him. I honestly could see him and him meeting up against Alabama. That's what I could see in the Elite Eight.
At least we'd finally get a fair game between Michigan and Alabama in basketball. Because football, it's just, there's no chance.
Oh, yeah, not at all. Jim Harbaugh, he can't handle Saban.
Don't.
You don't want no part of that.
Don't say that. Everybody knows that the only team that Jim Harbaugh can't beat is Ohio State, and they already out.
That's true.
No, it was actually funny.
Thanks, Oral Roberts.
You know what? You see what this is? See, Michigan needs to send. Jim Harbaugh needs to send Oral Roberts a fruit basket for that.
No, he need to ask him to come speak to his team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get that. Get a fruit basket. You ain't thinking big enough. He needed to ask them to come speak to the team, draw up a game plan, and give them the petty celebration after too.
Find out if their coaches are available for hire.
Oh my gosh. It's like, what is this that you did that beat Ohio State? How can you ever seen that thing of Doctor Strange where he's on his knees with his hands up like this, like, teach me? They need to do that.
I already know what they're gonna say. Well, you see, first we played defense, and then Jim Harbaugh's gonna be like preposterous.
What is that defense thing that you speak of? What is that?
Whoa. Excuse me? And then we scored points, and he's gonna be like, whoa, you're going too far, Roberts. That's too much. You're doing too much.
No, then he's gonna say we don't take our kids on trips to Rome. We actually have an off-season training program that we take part in.
Wow.
Then he's going to be like,
he went deep on that one.
I had to.
You was
because
really
he was
hurt
trying to
about
be
that, huh? You wanted to
he
go
was trying to
rogue.
do more motivating than he was actually having these kids train and get ready for the
You know what?
I get it. It's just that Florida, the Gators wouldn't take their kids on a trip to Rome. They may take them on a trip to Cancun, but not Rome.
You know how you motivate
I don't know.
them.
I don't understand that one.
It is how you motivate them.
It is. It is. It really is.
I don't know, man. You know it sounds like the best motivation to me. Ones that are from bad neighborhoods, send them with a buddy, and then tell them to stay for a while. Right?
Exactly.
And just think, you gonna be staying here if we don't win this game.
Or send them to visit Aaron Hernandez. That'll motivate anybody.
Well, first you got to make it back.
Oh, again, it's called survival.
Oh my gosh.
We're getting canceled. Oh my goodness.
Oh Lord, have mercy. We on the hot topic.
My bad, dog.
We on the hot topics.
It's
And
all
the first thing I want to hit on is this this situation with the women's tournament versus the men's tournament. I'm gonna tell you now, it's BS the way that they're treating these women. The disrespect that's been shown to them. You gave the men better food. The men are eating like steak and mac and cheese every night. The women are eating like graham crackers and lunch meat.
For real?
If you go look at the photos. It's literally night and day.
Lunchables.
Literally. Better accommodations for the men. The men got like a water bottle. They got their own personal bracket they could fill out. They got their own hats. They got like 3 or 4, 5 t-shirts. They got like 3 or 4 or 5 water bottles. They got everything. The women just got and the men got like some nice backpacks, really nice backpacks. The women got a water bottle, t-shirt, a hat, and a backpack. That was it. The men got
and a Lunchable.
Yeah, it was sad. And then even like the weight facility.
I got it. Let me take over from here. Let me take over here and give it to them in vivid detail. All right, listen. Now, I understand the differences between men and women's basketball in the eyes of the NCAA is the monetary contributions that it makes. But as the NCAA, you also have a job, and it is your priority not to be favoritism despite these monetary shortcomings, because money doesn't matter to the NCAA. Remember we had that conversation? NCAA, come on now, keep with me. Money doesn't matter, right? That's why you can't play players, right? Yeah, money doesn't matter, so why is the women's not getting the good stuff, huh? Could it be because they're not making enough money? Really? The betting isn't high enough for women? Are you crazy? What? That's no way possible. Now, to people, let me adjust my seat so they can see me perfectly when I get canceled over this. To people saying, oh, the NCAA, blah, 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 is doing this, and this is misogyny or whatever, that type of stuff. Now, if you don't watch women's basketball, you're part of the problem.
Amen.
If you're not generating views for them and making commercial time, which is what makes the money, if you're not making commercial time and sponsorships worth more for them, and you're over here complaining about the system, right? You're part of the problem.
Bingo.
Don't try and hop up like you some Twitter warrior, social justice, all this, if you're not even going to do it. And that especially goes for women. Because I know a bunch of women who will do that and don't watch women's basketball, but they'll watch men's basketball.
Talk to him. Because I remember I used to love watching Pat Summitt coach in Tennessee. I used to love it. I love watching my UConn women's basketball team go to work. I like watching Mississippi State go to work, South Carolina, even Notre Dame. But it's a good product. Like literally, Texas A&M, good product on the court.
What about USF?
USF doesn't get the TV time.
But I like watching them. I do see them.
I will watch USF if USF is on, though. I will say that. I will.
Speaking of USF.
Wait, hold
Yes,
on,
they are in the women's tournament.
Can I finish my soapbox real quick?
Please
man?
continue, Soapbox. Please continue.
Yeah,
All
go
right.
on.
Thank you. And you can't say, damn, I can't, hold on. Let me. And you can't say that they don't get the opportunities, right? Because, as you all know, the NBA often tries to put the WNBA into a spotlight, right? Even with like the 2K games, they put them into the game, right? So, if you're not watching, you're the problem. I want you to watch their games. I want you to stop being the Twitter warrior and start being the TV warrior. Start watching the joints. All right, cool. I'm off my soapbox.
With that being said, I'm just going to say one thing. I've got the UConn women winning the championship like I do every year, just because that's literally a women's basketball factory. And I don't think you can really deny it. But I know our producer on the other end has filled out his women's basketball tournament bracket, and he's got the USF Lady Bulls winning the whole thing.
No. Common sense prevailed.
I don't see. Man.
I root for my Bulls. I root for my Lady Bulls. I do. But again,
He wants you to break his bracket.
huh?
You want them to break your bracket.
Yeah, I would love for them to break my bracket. But no. Now, since you're on hot topics, what's going on with the USF men's basketball team?
I've been hearing about this. JC brought this to our attention. I'm curious about this.
I didn't bring it. Okay, our producer here, ever so wonderful with the information, brought it to our attention because apparently, and I was watching your show earlier, this isn't being talked about everywhere, right? But the assistant head coach at USF men's basketball has been placed on leave, I believe, right?
I think so. I'm not sure. I don't know if he has currently been placed on leave. I know they're investigating the head coach because he did not discipline him.
He's been placed on administrative leave.
Okay.
I just looked.
So he's still getting paid. All right.
Yeah.
And the season's over. Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing they do with cops, but
Yeah.
let's not touch that. But for making racist remarks, right? And and it's been a mass exodus there. I believe 6 players.
6 players are in the portal.
Have decided to hop into the portal and go somewhere else rather than sit this out and see what happens. That's how bad it is. That's a complete and utter shame.
You only have 13 on the team.
Torello Sports, where you at with this stuff, man? I need to know more about this.
6
Wow.
players. Bro, what's that going to do to your recruiting? Those that have already committed. If they see this mass exodus because you did not do the right thing and reprimand your buddy, your assistant coach. You didn't even
I'm going across the state of UCF.
You didn't even report him. That's the problem. You didn't even report him.
That's shameful.
So now, and it's not like this just started. If you look at like the Oracle had a report on it and made it sound like this has been going on. But the athletic director, of course, says he didn't know anything about it. Sorry, guys. Go ahead.
That's shameful by the athletic director too.
I absolutely
to say you didn't know
understand.
anything about it. Because I mean, I base this off of what AD Gaucher, who joined us on the show, does. He checks in with each and every single one of his coaches. It's your job as the AD to check in with each and every single one of your coaches and get the scoop on what's going on within every program.
But what gave him the benefit was when they said that the head coach, Gregory, I forgot his first name, decided that he was not going to report it.
Brian Gregory
didn't report it, so he can always say, well, I didn't know because he didn't report it. You heard him say he didn't. So now we're investigating Brian. It's going to be a complete gut job for the men's basketball team.
Absolutely.
When you have 6 of 13 players leave, one of them was white though. I was shocked. So you get 5 black ones and 1 white leave, and who do you have left? So now you've got to get a new coach in there ASAP so you can recruit somebody.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Because you can't hit the court with 7 guys next fall.
Nope.
Can't. It's not physically possible.
So keep in shape, J Peeps. They may be calling you to come over.
I ain't got no eligibility left. I ain't going back over
You ain't
there.
played college?
I ain't going back over there.
Shot.
Call
I got
JC.
the shot.
Call
I got the
JC.
shot.
He on the same
But,
coastline as you.
Nah, it's absolutely a shame. And I see passing the buck on this sort of thing can happen, and it sucks extremely much because AD's hired coaches hire the assistant coaches, right? That's what we talked about with AD Gaucher, right? They hire the assistant coaches, so it's on the head coach to understand this thing and know that this is going on. So no matter what happens with this, I believe that the head coach is out. There is no question on that subject. He is out.
Yeah.
It's just whether you can find fault in the AD based on not knowing this, even though it wasn't reported per se. But since it seems like it was such a large issue, I don't know if you can.
Wrap it up.
Now,
That's going to do it for us. Thank you
It's
so
been
much for
absolutely-
joining us this evening.
How come
It's
y'all
been
talking over each
absolutely
other?
I don't
Oh, I'm
know,
sorry.
man. It's been absolutely fun. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, it
Don't
has.
forget to follow us on Spotify,
At Penalty Talk.
on YouTube,
At Penalty Talk.
on Twitter,
At Penalty Talk.
on Facebook,
At Penalty Talk.
and don't forget to email us at flagontheplaysports@gmail.com if you need to talk to us, advertising, anything. If you want to put in your bet for the auction on my partner over here, go ahead and
Yeah.
stand up, model yourself off real quick, weighing in at less than me.
You want me to take my
Go ahead.
shirt off and oil my chest? Follow us on
What?
Instagram.
What is this show going to? What?
Thanks for joining us, everybody. Y'all have a wonderful night.
Take care.
Oil is cheap.
What's going on, folks?
Oh, what's up? Sorry for the bit of lateness. There's been some technical difficulties, but we are beyond that now.
Yes, sir.
I'm JC.
I'm J Peeps. Welcome
And
to
we
another
got a-
episode of the Running Game Podcast.
Wonderful episode for you today. Lots of
An
stuff to
amazing
talk about.
episode.
An amazing episode. Lots of stuff to talk about in the NFL.